This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome to Rio Rancho. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9, Alamogordo Tiger boys basketball. Class 5A state tournament first round. It's the Alamogordo Tigers and the Cleveland Storm. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Charles Winicky, another edition of Tiger basketball. And we certainly hope not the final edition of Tiger basketball for 2025-2026. Tigers will have to pull off a pretty big upset against the number 2 seeded Cleveland Storm. But you got the game to go. See what happens. Let's see what goes on this evening, as the Tigers would love to pull off what would be, I think, a big-time shocker in the Class 5A state tournament. Considering Rio Rancho, Cleveland, and Volcano Vista have been the 3 best teams in the state all year long. They're all out of the same district. So they have been playing a lot of tough basketball games all season long, have the Cleveland Storm. And, I've been talking about going into the week that, it's not a team that has a ton of size, but as it was relayed to me, they almost rather they had some size in comparison to them not shooting as well as they do, because this is a very, very good shooting basketball team and one that shoots, in the 60s and 70s and the 80s on a pretty regular basis. So, Alamo's going to have their best offensive night, and they really need to have a great defensive night as well if they want to come out of here with a victory. And, a great defensive night doesn't mean that you shut them down. It just means maybe you get some stops here or there when you absolutely need them. And, whether the Tigers are able to do that tonight is going to be, one of the big keys on whether they can pull off the surprise tonight. But, I will say, Alamo hasn't seen a lot of the teams in the metro area. In fact, if I think about their schedule, I don't think they've played anybody really the northern part of the state with the exception of Espanola Valley, I believe. Just the way the schedule worked out this year, didn't run into anybody at any of the tournaments that they were at for whatever reason. Now, they played Albuquerque Academy as well, but didn't play a lot of the 5A teams in the classification. So, just kind of the way that it worked out this year. And, regardless of all of that, the biggest thing for Alamogordo is that they're back in the postseason. These players get an opportunity to play. The seniors get an opportunity to play in the playoffs. And I think even for the guys that are younger in this group, the sophomores and the juniors, getting a taste of this is, I think for growth as a player, as a team. So regardless of what the end result tonight turns out to be, I would say that, it's one of those things for the Tigers that, getting this chance, getting this opportunity is special, without a doubt. So a lot of Tiger fans have made the trip. There's probably a good 25, 30 of them right behind the Alamogordo bench. And there's a few others scattered throughout the arena as well. So we definitely got a pretty good contingent that has made the 3.5, 4-hour trip here to Rio Rancho. Beautiful facility. I've never actually been inside the gym here at Cleveland High School before. I've been here a lot for state softball, but it's all been outside. Never done a football game here as well. So, but no surprise that it is a very nice facility. Kind of comparison to Centennial, just in terms of the setup of the gym. Very, very similar for those of you that have been to maybe the Centennial gym in Las Cruces. So just to give you your mind's eye of what exactly it looks like, but it's got a top level that you walk in on, and then the court is down in a pit, and you can kind of walk they've actually got a walking track that goes all the way around the outside of the top level, and there's stands on the top side as well. Most people are getting into the stands though in the lower the bowl part of the gym. Okay, let's take our first break. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Alamogordo boys basketball, the number 15-seeded Tigers taking on the number 2-seeded Cleveland Storm in the Class 5A state tournament first round, coming up here in about 10 minutes. Stay with us.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is AJ from First National Bank. Tax scammers are active. The IRS and First National will never call or text for your personal information. Don't click refund links, use strong passwords, and report any suspicious account activity to your bank.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, they'll simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Looking for a lucky four-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap-to-pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Cleveland Storm in the Class 5A state tournament. As the two teams on the floor warming up down below us, the courts, and the same goes obviously for Cleveland, who went 23-6 this season, had a great year. And we talked just a little while ago about, Cleveland and Volcano Vista and Rio Rancho all at the top of the ladder pretty much all season long. I don't think anybody really found their way into that this year in the Max Preps rankings. La Cueva's had a great year. They're up towards the top. Cruces was kind of in that area, and Cruces did have a win over Cleveland earlier in the year. I think Cleveland got them back, though, so they ended up splitting between their two matchups. Cleveland also beat, I think, both Oregon Mountain and Centennial. Beat Centennial by about 20. Oregon Mountain, I think, was a little bit closer. I think it was more like a 10-point game, but they did well against the district opponents that Alamogordo got to see 2 or 3 times this year. So, just good shooting night. Guys like Jaden Hernandez and Jacob Ochoa and Julian Favela and Will Bynum. One piece of news going into tonight's game that is certainly a negative for the Tigers is that Aaron Herrera won't be playing. My understanding is he got injured during practice, and just not enough time for him to heal up. It was an ankle injury. So his reserve players can have a night to go. District Player of the Year for District 1-5A was Remy Albrecht. He's a 5'10 senior. And their other all-district players, A.J. Vigil and Carson Weddle and Bryson Bowie. You've got a couple seniors in that group, a couple of juniors. But I think what's going to be key for Alamogordo is how their speed and being able to keep up with what Cleveland does. And at times defensively, that has been a challenge for Alamogordo, is they get back in transition, but also get up in somebody's face and make sure that shot's at least a little bit more difficult. Just playing solid defense and, not giving easy shots and having some lapses where you're just not making it as difficult as you possibly can for this Cleveland team. So that maybe more than anything else, and that's something that obviously could spark the Alamogordo offense. I feel like we saw that in the Mayfield game and Centennial as well. The Tigers played some of their better basketball we've seen over the last couple of months in the district tournament. I think hopefully that gives them some semblance of confidence going into this evening's matchup. Gotta keep that going. If this team kind of struggles offensively like they did in a few games late in the season, it could be a real struggle tonight for the Tigers. So we'll see how they handle the pressure, how they handle the state tournament action, and can they or at least slow down what Cleveland can do offensively in that group. So something worth watching as we go forward. All right, let's go ahead and take another quick break here on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show, and we'll have starters for you guys and get ready to get this one underway. Tigers and the Storm coming up for you in the first round of the 5A state tournament. Stay with us.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at RyanRichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Comfort of being greeted by name, celebrating life's milestones, and staying connected to what matters most. Because when your bank truly knows you, you're never just another transaction. We're proud to support you on your financial journey and serve in the communities we call home. First National Bank, where community and commitment come together. Stop in today and experience the difference.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our
Show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
Tiger, see you at the game.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. As we get about 1 minute left on the warm-up clock, both teams are in huddles. Tigers over by their bench. Looks like Coach Mike Richards giving some final words of advice to his group. And the Storm also in their final huddle as well as they're getting ready to line up for the national anthem. Let's get you starters real quick for Cleveland. It's A.J. Vigil, a 5'9 junior wearing number 1. Remy Albrecht, a 5'10 senior wearing number 2. Carson Weddle is a 6'3 senior. He wears number 5. Bryson Bowie is a 5'11 junior wearing number 20. And Noah Valor is a 6'3 junior wearing number 22. Tiger starters, number 0, Julian Favela, a junior. Will Bynum, a sophomore wearing number 1. Ochoa, number 2, a junior. Jaden Hernandez, a sophomore wearing number 3. And Matthew Granados will get the start. Number 11, he is a senior. All right, looks like we're ready to go for the national anthem, so we'll fit in one last break. Tip-off coming up for you next in the Class 5A state tournament here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. Match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Home court advantage starts here. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your home mortgage, First National Bank puts a ball in your court with lower rates and reduced fees compared to those out-of-state lenders. We know how important home is to you. Let us help you build your future and celebrate a win for you and your family. Apply online at fnb4u.com or visit us in person.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House, placetosleep.org today.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Cleveland High School and Rio Rancho. The Alamogordo Tigers starting lineup just announced. Do you want to mention as well the coaching staff for Alamogordo? James Bowman, Mike Richards, Jonathan Lucetto, and Colton Anderson. Tigers are dressed in their road blacks with gold numerals and also white outlining, Alamogordo in cursive on the front. Cleveland Storm are going to be in their home white with teal on the shoulders, teal lettering and numerals. Actually, the numerals are in silver and outlined in teal. Staff for Cleveland is Zach Cole. He's assisted by J.T. Bracken, Jeff Valor, and Kenny Sandoval. Got a hype video that they're playing right now before they announce the starters for the Storm. As the Tigers await that to finish up, and I will say it's shorter than some of the other hype videos that I feel like I've seen this year. You know, actually the one that Mayfield had a pretty long one when they did theirs. I think that's the only one actually that I've run into on the road this year. So, hey, listen, I appreciate the work that is put into that. So I appreciate the effort to support, kids at the school. I think that's a pretty cool thing. So as the Storm starting lineup gets announced, we'll run through it one more time for you guys. For the Storm, it's A.J. Vigil, a 5'9 junior, Remy Albrecht, a 5'10 senior, number 5, Carson Weddle, a 6'3 senior, Bryson Bowie, a 5'11 junior, wearing number 20, and then Noah Valor, a 6'3 junior, wearing number 22. Tiger starters just about the same as we've seen most of the season. Julian Favela, Jaden Hernandez, Will Bynum, and Jacob Ochoa. Matthew Granados, though, will get the start. And I think a lot of that certainly for his defense. As the Tigers will go from right to left, and the Storm left to right in the first half. Alamogordo gets called for an administrative technical foul. So something in the scorebook would be my guess. That was incorrect is all I can imagine. I don't know for sure. And so not the start that Alamogordo would have wanted. as Remy Albrecht will shoot 2 free throws. Could be a lot of different things. But both free throws good for Albrecht. And so Cleveland also gets the basketball to start. And they'll inbound at the near sideline. We're sitting opposite side of the players and the scorer's table. As the ball at the top of the key with Albrecht. Albrecht working right of the lane. Ball out to the corner. And then falling down and trying to pass the ball away was Carson Weddle. Goes out of bounds. Alamogordo will take possession. 7:47 to go first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. As Ochoa will inbound to Hernandez. We'll see what kind of pressure Cleveland sets up. It initially looks like a 1-2-2 press. And the ball comes in the front court to Ochoa. Ochoa then throws it out of bounds to the far sideline. I think he thought, well, I mean, honestly, he was already in the front court, so I guess he expected Jaden to get up and get the center line, but passed a little bit too high. Out between the circles and now over to the right wing. Bowie's got it, goes inside. And trying to set up in the post was Valor, but he'll go back outside with it. Tigers playing a man-to-man defense and switching out up top. Albrecht to get the ball at the right wing and drives the lane, gets to the basket, goes up, shot no good as Bynum stayed with him on his hip all the way to the basket. And the Tigers come the other way and get their first chance offensively here. Bynum dribbles at the center circle, gives it up to Favela. Favela holds out the top of the key. And he'll dribble and give it up to Granados. It is Hernandez who'll get the ball over the far sideline and now to Bynum. Bynum to Hernandez. Man-to-man defense. Favela, or I should say Hernandez at the free throw line, puts up the jump shot and puts it in. They are going to need Jaden Hernandez to have a night like that where he's hitting his jump shots. If he does, it'll certainly give Alamogordo a chance. Albrecht with the basketball and gives it up to his left to Bowie. Now over at the right wing, Vigil, as he dribbles out between the circles, guarded by Ochoa. 6:21 to go first quarter, tied up at 2. Ball goes over to the right corner, dribbling out of there. And now to the right corner, putting up the 3 and missing is Vigil. Tigers have the rebound as Hernandez get it. Ochoa Favela in the left corner. Julian will fire up a 3. Shot's no good off the front of the rim. And Albrecht will bring it in the front court. Albrecht looks to attack the basket, gets inside, goes up with the shot. And the foul is called on Favela. Bucket is good. And a chance at a 3-point play for Remy Albrecht. And Albrecht makes his 3rd free throw of the game. Tigers trail 5-2. Pressure by the Storm in the backcourt. Granados will get it over to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Granados. And then Tigers get in the front court. Granados has got it at the left, or I should say Hernandez has got it at the left wing. He dribbles back near the mid-court line. Top of the key to Bynum. And Bynum trying to get it to Favela. A little bit of deflection there, but Julian's able to get to it and finds now Jacob Ochoa out near the center circle. And Ochoa's pass going to be deflected and given away to the top of the key. And then committing the foul is Ochoa as he reaches in on Vigil. And it'll be an inbounds at the far sideline for the Storm. Tigers look like they're going to sub in Ethan Grinder. And so it'll be Grinder coming in for Ochoa. 5-2 Storm, 5:23 to go first quarter. As the inbounds screen sent out top by Valor. And then a give and go. Valor goes on the layup, can't get it to go in. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds. And it'll be Tiger basketball with 5:14 to go in the first. Hernandez to inbounds, and he'll give it to Bynum. Bynum near sideline, slowly working it near midcourt, and then gives it back to Jaden Hernandez, then back to Bynum. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez will bring it into the front court. Pass goes to Grinder. Grinder works his way to the basket and lays it up and in. So Ethan with the bucket. Albrecht brings it into the front court for Cleveland. He dishes it off to his left, a ball fake and a drive into the lane. Grinder going to come across and get a block as he's on help defense on Bowie. And we see subs for Cleveland for the first time as they bring in number 4, Jace Bracken, and number 23, Jordan Rivera. Bracken drives baseline, feeds it inside. And Rivera is going to end up traveling with it as he got the pass from Bracken. And the Tigers will get it back. Ball inbound to Bynum. And he'll give it up to Hernandez, then back to Bynum. Ball comes across midcourt. Bynum will find Granados. Granados inside to Grinder. Now Favela, who works baseline. Favela will spin move, misses on the first shot, gets his own miss, puts it up, shot no good, and the rebound pulled in by Albrecht. Hernandez grabs the rebound, and Jaden will push it across the center line for the Tigers. Favela, he'll step into a left wing three. Front rim no good. Rebound pulled down by Bracken. And it'll be Albrecht bringing in the front court for the Storm. Goes opposite way of a screen, then kicks it out to the left corner. Three on the way is up, and that's good from Bryson Bowie. 8-4 Storm in front. Granados with the ball in the backcourt for the Tigers. Finds Favela. He gives it up to Hernandez. Back to Favela. And he'll find Bynum in the front court. Bynum was trying to pass it to Hernandez, and that pass is deflected out of bounds to the near sideline. 3:42 to go first quarter. Storm 8, Tigers 4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Jacob Ochoa comes into the game, or back into the game, and then Andrew Herrera will check in for the first time. Herrera picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Ochoa between the circles. Jacob's got the ball at the right wing, guarded by Albrecht. Man-to-man defense for the Storm. Ochoa gives it to Andrew Herrera, top of the key. He has the ball taken away by Albrecht. Albrecht's getting in the front court. His shot is blocked by Grinder. And then a battle for the loose ball ends up with a foul on Grinder. And it'll be an inbounds play coming up for Cleveland. A good defense by Ethan to get to that and hit it off the backboard. Almost went in even though he got his hand to it. But already 2 blocks for Ethan tonight. As Albrecht will bring it across center line. Storm right to right, Tigers left to right in this first half. Albrecht dish it off to the top of the key. 3 on the way is up and no good from Rivera. But an offensive board, another 3 is up, and that's good from Cannon Cole. 14-6. The Tigers with the ball in the backcourt. As Herrera get it across to Ochoa. Ochoa will find Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball at the right wing. And he'll back out a little bit towards the center line with Albrecht guarding him. Grinder sets a screen. And Hernandez the top of the key. Almost lost the handle on the dribble. Keeps it and gives it up to Bynum, who holds it left wing extended. 1:55 to go first quarter. As Bynum continues to dribble over at the far sideline. Bynum working his way left of the lane. Fires up a jump shot. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound is secured by Bowie. He'll give it to the near sideline. Cole. Then back to Bowie, top of the key. And he continues to work on Herrera. Pass to the right wing. Driving to the basket. Going up and finishing is Jace Bracken. And as the Storm lead by 10 now, 16-6, 1:27 to go. Bynum will send it cross court to Ochoa and into the front court. Jacob dribbles there. Jacob working to the left elbow. Gives it up to Herrera. Andrew Herrera with the basketball. The screen from Grinder. Will try to feed it back to Ethan, but the ball was deflected into the air and then stolen away. And it'll be Albrecht bringing it to the front court for the Storm. Albrecht, top of the key, continues to dribble. Works towards the basket. Nice feed, but unable to handle the pass was Rivera as that goes out of bounds, and it'll be Alamogordo basketball. Diego Ortega will check into the game. It'll be for Ethan Grinder. Andrew Herrera, Jaden Hernandez, Jacob Ochoa, and Will Bynum on the floor for Alamogordo. As Bynum will get the inbounds. Cross-court pass to Ochoa. And then Ochoa tries to push it into the front court, and it's stolen away. Here come the Storm the other way, but miss on the lay-in attempt. And then trying to save it as he's heading out of bounds was Bowie. But it'll go over to the Tigers. And that was that Storm. They want you to try to force a pass into the front court. And up to that occasion, the Tigers had been pretty good about not forcing any passes into the front court. And Hernandez was going to have that one deflected and stolen away. And then Cole going to knock in a 3. And the Storm threatened to run away with this one in the first quarter, and almost another steal for the Storm. And it is, as Cole's got it at the left wing. And driving into the lane and kicking it out is Bowie. Cole's got it top of the key, works his way to the lane, goes up with the runner and finishes. Cannon Cole off the bench has got 8 points. Timeout called by Alamogordo as the Tigers trail 21-6 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard with 16.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Now the Tigers timeout, 16.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jaden Hernandez gets the inbounds from Bynum. Give it right back to Will. They inbound it over at the far sideline, then back to Jaden. 10 seconds to go. And inbounds, or they get into the front court to Ochoa. Ochoa's double teamed. And a cross-court pass is through the hands of Favela. 2 seconds left. Cole will get to the basket and lay it in. And that is the end of the first quarter. Tigers trail 23-6 after one. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, you're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tigers! See you at the game!
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Tigers to inbound, down 23-6 as we go to the second quarter. Jaden Hernandez will get the ball to the right corner, top of the key. Favela's got it. Favela trying to drive left in the lane, now works into the lane, goes up with the shot, and able to fight through some contact and get the bucket to go. So the Tigers out of the quarter break. Put one in. Albrecht with the ball at the right wing, guarded by Hernandez. Gets to the free throw line. Sends it over to the left wing to Vigil. Vigil will give the ball up to Vigil. That was Evan Vigil who had it. Now driving right of the lane and kicking to the corner, and the pass going to be out of bounds as Evan Vigil couldn't snag the pass from Bowie. And the Tigers will inbound at the far sideline as it'll go in to Bynum. Bynum will give it up to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Bynum, who gets it into the front court, tried to split a double team, and ends up turning the ball over. As A.J. Vigil bringing it to the front court, gives it up to Albrecht. Albrecht, spin move from the free throw line, fires up the jump shot and puts it in. Albrecht with 7 points here in the first half. Tigers will bring in the front court as Ochoa tried to go inside to Ortega, and the Tigers just not taking care of the basketball here in the first half. As there probably been 5 or 6 turnovers that really weren't forced by Cleveland, and then you throw in probably another 4 or 5 that were forced by the Storm. 25-8 as Albrecht will walk it across the timeline. Work left of the lane and feed it underneath. Shot goes up underneath as the bucket is good from Evan Vigil. As the ball worked back and forth in the backcourt. And Hernandez has got the ball at the right wing. Gives it up to Bynum. Then back to Hernandez. Finds Favela at the left wing. Favela going to drive to the basket, go with the finger roll, and finish. 4 points for Julian all here in this quarter. Tigers trail by 17, 27-10. As Albrecht will dribble at the top of the key, guarded by Hernandez. As they set a screen, Valor. Albrecht keeps it. Albrecht tries a step-through move and is able to get a pretty good shot off, but it just rolled off the side of the rim, and the Tigers grab the rebound. Hernandez finds Favela. Favela gets it across the timeline to Hernandez at the right wing. He'll fire up a three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes out to the top of the key, and the loose ball comes to Alamogordo. Ochoa, right corner three. He puts it in. Jacob Ochoa with the bucket, and the Tigers cut it to a 14-point deficit, 27-13. Ball with Bowie up between the circles, and he takes it to the right wing. Pass goes inside to Valor, then back outside. Albrecht fires up a three, and he'll rattle it home. Tigers played pretty good defense on that possession, but there you see the shooting acumen of the Storm. As Bynum gives it to Favela. Favela will bring it across the midcourt for the Tigers. Alamo down 30-13. Favela driving right of the lane, gets all the way to the basket. He'll draw a foul, and Julian will go to the line to shoot two. Not many fouls in this game. Tigers have been called, I think, for two, maybe three in that first quarter. As Albrecht gets called for the foul there, and Favela goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And Julian will roll it in, front rim, back rim, and down. Diego Ortega checks out. Matthew Granados back in. So it's Granados, Bynum, Favela, Hernandez, and Ochoa, the starting five on the floor for the Tigers. With 5:16 to go in the second quarter, trailing 30-14. One more free throw for Julian Favela, and he makes both. 6 points in the quarter for Favela. It's 30-15 with 5:16 remaining. Vigil with the ball in the backcourt. Cross-court pass finds Weddle. Now a nice move and a drive by Rivera. Then a kick out to the corner. Three on the way, and it's up and in. Bryson Bowie knocks it down, his third three of the game. Tigers get it in the front court. Favela's got the ball top of the key, fires up a three, and answers right back. Julian Favela with a big quarter here. He's got 9. The Tigers trail 33-18. Albrecht, step back three. Shot no good. Rebound grab by Hernandez. Hernandez nice behind the back dribbles. He comes across midcourt, but throws it right into the arms of Albrecht. Albrecht will give the ball to Bowie, who can't get the shot to go, but there for the rebound and the putback is Jordan Rivera. 4:29 to go second quarter. Tigers 35-18 trailing. Favela with the ball in the backcourt. Tigers need to hurry it up here. They do get it across the timeline. Favela's double team looking for help. Finds Ochoa. Ochoa with the ball at the right wing. Jacob looking to drive. Goes up with a push shot right of the lane. It's no good. Rebound secured by Rivera. Now pushing up the floor. Vigil will go to the corner. The three on the way is no good from Weddle. The Tigers have the rebound. As Hernandez goes to the top of the key with the basketball. He'll try a three. Shot's no good. Tigers wanted a foul there, didn't get it, and then in the transition going the other way, missing on a lane was A.J. Vigil. And into the front court, Bynum tried a behind-the-back dribble but lost it. Now a left wing three from wide open is good by Bowie. And Coach Bowman wants a timeout. And he's going to ask why that wasn't a foul when Hernandez went up from the three earlier, and he's getting an explanation from the official. And I don't think Coach Bowman is particularly agreeing with the explanation. We'll take a break and come back. The Tigers trailing 38-18 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Tigers get the ball across midcourt out of the timeout. Favela working his way to the basket, goes up with a shot. They're going to count the bucket and a chance at a three-point play for Julian Favela. Julian's having a great second quarter here. And a chance at a three-point play. We're going to see Zayden Jet-Nahar come into the game for the first time tonight as Will Bynum will get a rest. And the free throw is good from Favela. 38-21, Tigers trail by 17. As Albrecht will bring it across midcourt, hand it off to Bowie. He dribbles right wing extended, guarded by his. Ball over to the left wing and trying to drive his way in. And I think, they're going to call a double dribble on Jordan Rivera. Might have been a deflection, but so Bynum will check back in as Jet-Nahar will come back out of the game. Bynum will give it up to Granados, to Hernandez. And they'll get it across the midcourt to Granados. Find Hernandez. Goes to Favela. Right corner three on the way. That's no good. Rebound is grabbed by Cole. Cole will curl back around, let his teammates catch up. And now passes it off to Bracken. Ball goes to the right wing. Now to the top of the key. Weddle to the left wing. Now over to the left corner. Man-to-man defense for Alamogordo. As trying to work his way towards the lane was Bracken. He'll pass it outside to the top of the key. Weddle. Now a three on the way from the top of the key is up, no good. Rebound, though, going to be grabbed by the Storm, and another three on the way. That one's good. Cannon Cole knocks down the triple, and it goes back out to a 20-point lead for the Storm. 2:24 to go second quarter. The Tigers 41-21 as Favela gets it to Bynum. Bynum, Favela. Favela just got it across the timeline before the 10-second call. Hernandez will dish a pass to Bynum. Bynum atop of the key three. Back of the rim, no good. And Hernandez trying to grab the rebound, has it knocked away from him. And the ball comes up the floor to the basket, and shot going to be blocked by Grinder as Bracken went up with it. And here's Favela racing his way to the basket. They'll call an offensive foul on Favela. $1:55 to go in the second quarter. It was a pretty easy call for the officials as the Cleveland defender had himself positioned before Favela had gone into his shooting motion and just kind of bowled over him. That was one where Julian probably would have been better off stopping and trying to fire up a short jump shot. Left corner three by Cole hits another one as the Storm continue to knock down threes from the outside. Tigers with the ball in the backcourt down 44-21. Ochoa gives it up to Hernandez. Hernandez at the left wing gives it back to Ochoa. Ochoa between the circles. He'll fire up a long three. He'll put it in. Second three of the game for Jacob Ochoa. And it's back down to a 20-point difference, 44-24. Ball's at the left wing. And working his way towards the basket, they're going to call an offensive foul, I think, on Carson Weddle. Maybe either extending that arm too far or just putting the shoulder into the Tiger player. And so it'll be Alamogordo to inbounds. Bynum, Hernandez, Ochoa. Jet-Nahar back in the game for the Tigers. And Grinder out there. Ball into the front court. Ochoa. He's going to attack the basket. Try to scoop shot coming through. Grinder got the rebound as he went up with a shot. Had it knocked away from him. And here come the Storm into the front court. Ball at the left wing. Bracken. Cole fires up another three, and he hits another three. Now, the Tiger player sort of left him just a little bit. Can't do that. They've got to be right on him as Grinder's going to get caught up in the air as he tried to pass the ball away. One of those where he didn't really need to leave his feet, but he did. And we're going to see Nate Best come into the game for Alamogordo. 47.7 seconds remaining. Storm leading by 23, 47-24. Best went back over to the scorer's table to check in. And inbounding will go to Albrecht. Right to left for the Storm with 42 seconds remaining. Ball goes to the left corner. Cole now going to drive to the baseline. He feeds it back to the left wing to Valor. And now it's Albrecht. Albrecht off a screen from Valor. He'll get it back on the give and go, and a dish underneath as Evan Vigil gets the bucket. And Tigers down by 25. Alamogordo slowly working back and forth in the backcourt. Fernandez cross-court pass near side to far side goes to Ochoa. Ochoa dribbles at the left wing. Hands it off to Jet Nahar. Back to Ochoa, 9 seconds remaining. Ochoa fires up a tough three and hits another one. 9 for Ochoa in the game. Tigers down 49-27. And then Ochoa going to deflect one out of bounds with a tenth of a second remaining and make it pretty tough for the Storm to get anything here before the end of the quarter. You can't catch and shoot. It has to be a tip. And it'll be deflected away by Bynum. And we go to halftime. Cleveland in control. Tigers trailing 49-27 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. This is Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is AJ from First National Bank. Tax scammers are active. The IRS and First National will never call or text for your personal information. Don't click refund links. Use strong passwords and report any suspicious account activity to your bank.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Cleveland High School here at Rio Rancho. The Alamogordo Tigers trailing 49-27 at half on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Stats for you guys. The Tigers led by Julian Favela with 12, 9 points for Jacob Ochoa, 4 points for Ethan Grinder, and 2 points for Jaden Hernandez. For the Storm, Cannon Cole with 19. You know what? Actually, up on the deal, they have him as 22, so maybe I misadded there. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I must have missed a three somewhere along the line. I guess. Who else? Bryson Bowie's got 12, 10 for Remy Albrecht, 2 for Jordan Rivera, 4 for Evan Vigil, 2 for Jace Bracken for the Storm. So adding on that extra 3, they hit 11 three-pointers in that first half. That's a real hard way to go if you're the Tigers. And on top of that, giving up 22 points to one player in that first half, which the amazing thing there for Cole is he didn't even start the game tonight. So they had him coming off the bench, and he's been knocking down threes all night long. And like I said, I mean, the Tigers, I don't think have played poor defense. I mean, certainly have not played, good enough, but, they're just knocking down threes left and right. And I think transition as well. The Tigers, their turnovers certainly have made a difference in this game, but, got to give a lot of credit to Jacob Ochoa and Julian Favela as they really stepped up and, made some buckets and at least kept the Tigers, not from being completely run out of the gym here at this occasion. Now, they're going to need a good start to the second half to try and get this one down to, somewhere in that 10 to 12 range by the end of the third quarter if they want any chance at trying to rally in this game. But, I guess the question is, can they find a way to slow down Cleveland's ability to knock down the outside shot? Because if that doesn't happen, I don't know. The Tigers could play really well in the second half, and they still not matter in all fairness. But just incredible. One of those things, not having seen the Storm in person this year, you hear about how good of a shooting team you are. You can watch their previous games and stuff, but, it's one of those when you see it in person and just how many different players can shoot well from the outside for them. Bowie's got 4 threes. Albrecht's got 1. Cole's got 6 three-pointers in the first half. Pretty darn impressive. But the Tigers down by 22. See if they can get a good start to the second half. Coming up here in about 5 minutes. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. It's the Storm 49, the Tigers 27 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll return to Cleveland High School right after this.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Banking should be personal. It's the comfort of being greeted by name, celebrating life's milestones, and staying connected to what matters most. Because when your bank truly knows you, you're never just another transaction. We're proud to support you on your financial journey and serve in the communities we call home. First National Bank, where community and commitment come together. Stop in today and experience the difference.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Cleveland High School. The Tigers trailing 49-27 at half. Do have a couple other games going on tonight for high school hoops, as Tularosa boys hosting West Las Vegas tonight at 6 p.m. That's the 2 seed in Class 3A against the 15 seed. I did say West Las Vegas, right? And then number 15, Mescalero Apache in the 2A state tournament is up at Pecos tonight as they take on the 2-seeded Panthers. That is also a 6 p.m. start time. Tularosa girls lost to Crown Point last night. Lady Cats were the 11 seed, and the Eagles were the 6 seed. 52-39 was the final score as the Lady Cat season comes to a close. And some Alamogordo baseball going on today. I don't have a final score for y'all on that one. They were scheduled, I think, to start around 3:30. They may still be playing, so we'll have something up on our Facebook probably before we wrap up tonight. And some things we'll have up there as well. Track and field. Actually, I can tell you team finishes for track and field because I did go through and figure that out this morning. Alamogordo boys won. The girls finished in third over at the Ralph Boyer Relays in Carlsbad. Yesterday, Cloudcroft boys were 9th. The girls were 10th. And the Tularosa girls were 7th. The boys 10th Thursday at the Bulldog Relays. Tigers are next at Centennial next Saturday. Cloudcroft, they're off till March 27th when they'll be at Socorro. Tularosa will be at the Mike Tooley Relays in Tier C on Friday. Alamogordo Tennis lost their first duel up in Rio Rancho. They played Rio Rancho yesterday. The girls lost 5-4. The boys lost 7-2. And they're going to play Cleveland today. And don't have any results in the Alamogordo Spirit Classic that was going on today at the Tiger Gym, but looked like a ton of people showing up for that. Hopefully it was a fun event for everybody involved. That's the final regular season event for, I think, both Alamogordo and Tularosa and Mescalero cheer before they go to state coming up here in just a few weeks. All right, back to the game. Cleveland's will have the ball first. They go left to right in the second half. Tigers will go right to left. And the inbounds will go to Bowie. And he'll then send it back cross court to V-Hill. Tigers switching up to a zone. And ball left the lane and then going to the right wing and firing up the three and missing was V-Hill. Tigers get the rebound and Favela with it. Yeah, the Tigers stuck man-to-man. I think they thought that that would maybe work a little bit better against the outside shots. Did not. So maybe switching up to the zone here to do something different. And a foul going to be called on Bowie as he made some contact with Hernandez as he tried to grab the pass. Hernandez will inbound to Ochoa. He'll bring it to the front court. 7:30 to go, third quarter. Tigers down 49-27. Ochoa's pass to Hernandez. He gets tracked down at midcourt. Grinder at the top of the key with the basketball. Dribbles once. Tried to give it to Bynum, but it was deflected and stolen away. Into the front court with it and firing up a left wing three and missing on it was Bowie. And the Tigers have the rebound as Favela will take it the other direction. Give it up to Bynum, who will go to the right wing. Will dribbles there and finds Julian between the circles. Now it's Jacob at the left wing. Ochoa gives it up to Bynum. Will at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense for Cleveland as Bynum dribbles out near the center court line and continues to dribble top of the key and gets to the left elbow. Fires up a tough jump shot. It's no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by the Storm. They push up the floor. Ball to the left wing, now to the top of the key. Driving from there and kicking out. V-Hill's got it. He gives it to Valor. And now Albrecht has got it at the right wing, guarded by Hernandez. Between the circles, ball to Bowie. Valor dribbles at the right wing, guarded by Favela. Valor and finds Bowie, who works right of the lane and curls back around to the outside. Ball over to the left wing, and V-Hill to the free throw line, feeds it past the baseline. Weddle then gives it up to Valor. Valor trying to work his way inside, and Favela with some good defense. Grinder came across and helped as well. So pretty good defensively over the first few possessions for the Tigers. Take advantage on this end, though. Favela three on the way from the left wing is no good. Rebound was tipped to Albrecht. Albrecht will work left the lane and then go to the top of the key. Bowie with it from just inside the top of the key. Fires with a jump shot. Grinder secures the rebound and gives it up to Bynum. Bynum across center line to the right wing. He backpedals, keeps his dribble, hands it off to Jaden Hernandez. Tigers still down 49-27, 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Grinder with the ball at the right elbow. Now it's Hernandez at the left wing, and then Hernandez ran into Weddle. Ball deflected off Weddle, and it went out of bounds. Alamogordo will keep the possession. Ball goes to Ochoa in the left corner. Jacob. And we've got a whistle and I think a foul on Cleveland. They call it on Vigil. Inbound at the near sideline is Ochoa. We'll give it up to Bynum. And Bynum will go back to Ochoa at the left wing. Top of the key, it's Grinder who holds there. Then back to Ochoa at the left wing. Jacob, a couple of ball fakes, looking to drive in. Then passes it off to Favela in the left corner, who dribbles to the left wing. 5:08 to go. Neither team yet to find the scoreboard here in this third quarter. Hernandez, right wing, going to fire up a three. Front of the rim, no good. And the rebound grab by the Storm. Ball goes over to the left corner and driving baseline to the basket and putting it up and in is Bowie. To the top of the key with it. It's Bynum with the basketball. He picks up his dribble and then a bad pass looking for Ochoa. Goes out of bounds and the Tigers turn it over. I think for Alamo, they're going to be frustrated with the fact that they didn't give up any points over that first 3:20 of about 3 minutes of the quarter and couldn't make any inroads. Corner three is up and in from Remy Albrecht. To the top of the key with it. Hernandez will go to the left corner. Ochoa going to try to answer back with a three. That's no good. And the rebound is pulled in by Albrecht coming up the floor. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds by Favela. May have got a little bit of contact there with Bowie. Hard to say. May have just been him hitting the ball and the momentum carried Bowie to the ground. But the possession stays with Cleveland. Albrecht will give it up to a cutting Rivera, who can't get the layup to go. And Grinder has the rebound for Alamogordo. He'll give it to Jaden Hernandez, who dribbles to the top of the key. Hernandez in the lane. Tries to work his way to the basket and had his shot blocked. Storm on the outlet up ahead to Albrecht. He'll let it in. And the Tigers trail 56-27. Granados will bring it into the front court for the Tigers as he dribbles between the circles. Over to the right corner. Hernandez and gives it up to Grinder. Grinder will work his way inside, go off the glass and finish. Ethan Grinder with 6. The Tigers trail 56-29. 3:33 to go in the third quarter. And Albrecht will bring to the front court for the Storm. And then he, I think, got rid of it before he traveled. Got it caught up in the air. Granados with the loose ball will drive from the far sideline in. Go up with the shot. It's no good. He's going to draw the foul. And so Matthew Granados will go to line to shoot two. Rivera gets called for his first. And so Granados will shoot a pair. Tiger Senior getting the start tonight, as he will miss back rim on the first. Fortunately, the Tigers without Aaron Herrera tonight. And I will say he's missed out there. Aaron does a lot of little things well, and he's been a very good offensive player all season long. So no doubt that him not being there has made a difference. As Granados makes on the free throw. Andrew Herrera is going to come into the game as the Storm will inbound. Tigers with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt as Bracken's got the basketball and he'll bring it across the timeline, come all the way to the top of the key. And it's Grinder guarding him all the way to the basket, and I think Grinder may have gotten a little piece of it. And the loose ball, or I should say the rebound, comes to Andrew Herrera. Andrew Herrera gives it up to Favela. Favela, ball was at his feet. Now we got a scramble on the floor for it. And timeout called by Cleveland. So timeout Storm with 3:01 to go in the third quarter. Storm 56, Tigers 30. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Storm get it inside to Jagger Modueno, and he puts it up and in. And the Storm lead 58-30. Ball at the right wing with Julian Favela. Favela to the free throw line, stops, kicks it out to Hernandez. He'll fire up a three, and Jaden puts it in. First three of the game for Hernandez. Tigers trail 58-33. 2:22 to go in the third quarter, as Albrecht will bring in the front court for the Storm. As he dribbles his way to the basket, lays it up and in, went opposite way of a screen. And Remy Albrecht with 17. As Hernandez drives left of the lane, able to put that shot up and in, and Jaden with 5 points. One of the Storm players, it was Modueno that ended up to the floor, but he gets up okay. He's got the ball in the right corner, and now we'll fire up a three, and he'll put it in. Somebody who hadn't played a minute until just a little while ago, and 5 points just like that for the Storm. Top of the key, Ochoa going to fire up a three. No good. Rebound tipped to Andrew Herrera by Grinder, and Andrew going to get the bucket. So Andrew Herrera, 63-37 with 1:30 remaining in the third. The Tigers trailing the Storm on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Albrecht goes up with a three, and Grinder frustrated as he tried to come across and get a block, but he definitely caught him on the arm. So Ethan gets called for his second, and 3 free throws coming up for Remy Albrecht. And making on the first. And making on the second. Bynum will come in for Grinder. And one more free throw on the way for the Storm and Albrecht. He can get over 20 points here if he makes on this. And he does. 1:26 to go, third quarter. Tigers down by 29. As the inbounds goes to Jaden Hernandez. A little bit of backcourt pressure here from the Storm. To Bynum. Gets it up ahead to Andrew Herrera. Andrew from just inside the top of the key. Fires up the jump shot and puts it in. Andrew Herrera with 4 points. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Tigers with some pressure in the backcourt. Storm get it across, and Cole's going to get the ball. Misses on a three, which is almost too hard to believe, but the rebound grabbed underneath by Modueno, and here come the Tigers quickly the other way with it. Bynum working to the baseline. Thought about a step back three, instead finds Favela, top of the key. He fires up a three, back of the rim, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by the Storm with 47 seconds remaining. Then coming up the floor, ball's deflected away from the Cleveland player, but out of bounds it goes, and it'll stay with the Storm. 45.3 seconds to go, far sideline inbound. As Vigil will give it up to Sandoval. Modueno will go out between the circles and give it to Evan Vigil. Now it's Cole with the ball between the circles. Cole gives it up to A.J. Vigil. A.J. Vigil dribbles and then back outside with it. Cole will give it up to Desmond Sandoval. Now it's Modueno at the free throw line. He is going to be fouled. And it'll be an inbounds play here for the Storm. Ochoa gets called for the foul. Inbounds, and having his shot partially blocked, but I think coming through on the arm was Ochoa. And it'll be Evan Vigil going to the line to shoot two. And he'll miss back rim on the first. Second free throw up, and that goes in. Vihil's got 5. Tigers trail by 30. Hernandez with the ball over at the far sideline, and then to the near sideline. Andrew Herrera will give it to Jaden. Jaden will go to Will in the right corner. Will fire up a 3. No good. Rebound, Favela gets to it. Favela double team, finds Andrew Herrera. Herrera fighting hard in the lane, goes up with a shot. 6 points now for Andrew Herrera. And that will finish the quarter as the Tigers trail 69-41 after 3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll return to Cleveland High School right after this. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Home court advantage starts here. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your home mortgage, First National Bank puts a ball in your court with lower rates and reduced fees compared to those out-of-state lenders. We know how important home is to you. Let us help you build your future and celebrate a win for you and your family. Apply online at fnb4u.com or visit us in person.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Start of quarter number 4, Tigers trailing 69-41 of the Cleveland Storm. Tigers the 15 seed, the Storm the 2 seed in the Class 5A state tournament. Hernandez working his way towards the basket. A little turnaround jump shot left in the lane is good, and Jaden Hernandez now with 9 points for Alamogordo. Storm will get it across the timeline. And the ball at the left wing, and a little jump alley-oop in for Carson Weddle. As Hernandez top of the key, Hernandez will work his way to the basket, go up with the shot, no good. He goes down to the floor. And then coming up the floor, Favela got his hand to it, stole it away, and then it gets deflected around and finds its way to Bowie. And the Tigers down 73-43 with 7:19 remaining. Here's Ochoa driving his way to the basket, goes high off the glass and finishes. Double figures now for Jacob Ochoa. Ball pushed into the front court. Vihil's got it. And he'll give it back outside to Albrecht and back to Vihill. And they'll go inside, and the Tigers double team. And a foul is going to be called on Alamogordo as they try to pass inside to Valor. They call it on Favela, I should say. Granados will come into the game. Bynum will check out. As the inbounds gets deflected, but goes right back to a Cleveland player. Albrecht with the basketball at the right wing and backpedals near the center line, then gives it off to his left. Bowie with the basketball top of the key. Finds Vihill. Vihill will hand it off. And it's Bowie with the basketball. He'll dribble all the way around the left wing. Tigers come out and double team him. And they work it around. Albrecht will go to the corner. A.J. Vihill fires up a 3, and he puts it in. His first bucket of the game. 76-45 with 6:30 to go in the fourth. Granados to the top of the key for Alamogordo. Hands it off to Jaden Hernandez. Jaden right wing puts up the 3. Shot no good. A whistle and a foul going to be called, I think, on the rebound. They'll call A.J. Vihill for the foul, and the Tigers will inbound it at the baseline. Andrew Herrera will get it to Favela out near midcourt. Ball goes to the left wing to Ochoa. Ochoa will give it up to Jaden Hernandez. As Ochoa works it to the left wing, left of the lane. Stops, little turnaround jump shot is no good. And the rebound and coming the other way with it is A.J. Vihill. He'll go out to the corner to Bowie. Bowie will find a cutting Valor, but Valor couldn't get the shot to go. And here's Favela the other way. Favela will find Andrew Herrera in the corner. Andrew Herrera going to get bumped. And it'll be a foul on Cleveland. Carson Weddle gets called for the personal. Second team foul on Cleveland. Inbound by Andrew Herrera, gets to Favela. Favela working his way to the basket, and shot no good as Weddle played tough defense on him. Ball into the front court for the Storm. To left wing with it, Bowie. Bowie will give it up to A.J. Vigil, dribble between the circles, and then hand it off to Albrecht. Albrecht, long three. He puts it in. Remy Albrecht from long distance straight away. Granados with the ball at the right wing. Granados trying to work his way to the basket. And cut off by Weddle. Goes to Ochoa in the corner. Ochoa's shot goes off the side of the backboard. And here come the Storm the other way. Albrecht's going to fire up another three. Back of the rim, no good. Favela rebound deflects to Hernandez. 79-45 is good pass from Hernandez. Losing the handle on it was Granados. He went up with the shot, but Herrera was right there for the follow. Andrew Herrera now with 8 points in this game. Tigers call a timeout. With 4:58 remaining in the fourth, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. Tigers down by 32. We'll be back after this.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
.947. Tigers with some pressure in the backcourt here. Foul going to be called on Alamogordo. Jonathan Florida's Wheeler into the game for the first time. And it is Florida's Wheeler. Andrew Herrera, James Sharp is in the game. Jaden Hernandez and Jacob Ochoa. 4:53 remaining. Storm into the front court with Cole. Cole go to the right corner to Evan Vigil. Cole handed off and ball staying on the outside. Evan Vigil working to the baseline. Passes into the lane. Cole gets the push shot attempt. It's no good. Andrew Herrera with the rebound, and Andrew Herrera going to push up the floor. Goes right of the lane, goes up with a tough shot, and no good. And here come the Storm the other direction with it. Evan Vigil drives down the middle of the lane, goes up with a shot. That's no good. And Hernandez has the basketball for the Tigers. Jaden across the timeline to the top of the key. Gives it up to Andrew Herrera. Andrew will backpedal at the right wing between the circles. James Sharp. Sharp working left of the lane, goes out to the corner. Three on the way is up, no good from Flores Wheeler. And here come the Storm the other direction. To the top of the key, Evan Vigil goes out to the left corner. And they'll work it on the outside. Right wing is in the hands of Sandoval. Top of the key, Cole. Back to Sandoval at the right wing. He'll dribble out near the midcourt line, then finds Evan Vigil at the right wing. Between the circles, Cole. Tigers playing man-to-man defense. 3:45 to go in the fourth. Tigers down by 32. Working left of the lane and driving to the basket and going up with the shot. Bracken, no good. Flores Wheeler, he is double teamed and gets the pass away to Ochoa. Ochoa, then a cross-court pass for Andrew Herrera is going to be stolen away. Well, probably a travel there, but shot's no good. And then the tip-in is good from Cole. 81-47 with 3:22 remaining. As across the midcourt line, Ochoa gives it up to Flores Wheeler. Behind the back dribble, he'll lose it. And it'll go to Bracken. Ball into the front court. Cole will fire up a three, and he'll hit another one. 27 points for Cannon Cole. Tigers trail 84-47. As the ball across the timeline with Ochoa. Ochoa gets himself into the lane, goes up with a tough shot. It's no good. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last off of Alamogordo. Tigers will sub in Zayden Jet Nahar as Jacob Ochoa check out. Nate Best comes in for Jaden Hernandez. Well, I think all of the seniors have had a chance to play today, so that's a positive. As driving the lane, bounce pass is going to be off the mark by Nesmond Sandoval, and out of bounds it goes with 2:23 remaining. And now the Storm going to unload their bench as well. So they'll bring in Joaquin Manning, number 32, number 11, Gage Albrecht. Number 12, Evan Vigil stays on the floor. Number 21, Jagger Medueno's in. As the ball out between the circles with it, Andrew Herrera. As he dribbles between the circles, finds Flores Wheeler. Sharp gets the ball at the right wing. Sharp trying to drive his way in. He's going to be fouled. And 1:49 to go. The Tigers will inbound at the baseline. Diego Ortega will come into the game for Andrew Herrera. So Diego in the game. Nate Best, a senior. James Sharp, a senior. Matthew Granados comes into the game. Senior for the Tigers. As Best will inbound to Ortega. Ortega, couldn't finish in close. Good inbounds there, but not able to knock it down. Ball over in the left corner with Cavazos. And now over to the right corner. Medueno will dribble out of that spot, go to the top of the key. Manning's got it. And the ball worked around to the left wing. And Gage Albrecht gets to the bucket and lays it up and in. Under a minute to go. Tigers down 86-47. Granados with the ball at the top of the key. And his pass finds Jet Nahar at the right wing. They go inside to Diego Ortega. Ortega trying to pass to the corner, but it's stolen away. And here come the Storm the other way. To the basket, missing on the lay-in was Cavazos. Battle for the loose ball. It is grabbed by the Storm, and then the Tigers come away with the loose ball. Laying it up and in is Flores Wheeler. 32 seconds remaining. And then a pass that goes out of bounds from Albrecht. And the Tigers will inbound it. Running clock, by the way, as the Tigers down by more than 35. As Flores Wheeler will work his way to the lane, go up with the shot, and finish. 4 points for him. 12 seconds remaining. As Albrecht has got the ball in the backcourt. Albrecht's top of the key. Kicks it out to the corner. Medueno. And then Manning. And that'll do it. Storm get the win, 86-51, and they will advance in the Class 5A state tournament. As they'll play next week in the pits. Tiger season comes to a close as they fall by 35. We'll come back and wrap it up here on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking for a lucky four-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap-to-pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite is a convenient and safe way to manage your cards with your mobile app. Busy lifestyle? No problem. You're in control, making it easy to set alerts and manage your banking on the go. This is Susie with First National Bank. Enroll today.
Member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is AJ from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have any concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank. Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Tigers fall in the first round of the Class 5A state tournament to the Cleveland Storm, 86-51. Alamogordo Tigers head basketball coach James Bowman joining us, and unfortunately got a really good example of why they're the number 2 team in the state. A bunch of threes and just really good in all facets of the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, hats off to Cleveland and Coach Cole. They shoot the ball well, and going into this game, we knew that. It's something that we were very aware of, and they got a lot of opportunities to hit their shots, and hit their shots they did. So hats off to them. They got a great group of young men that can really score and push the tempo, and I think our early turnovers helped them blow up push the lead further and everything like that, and again, whenever they get offensive rebounds to kick out threes, it's going to be a tough recipe for a win when you can't get that under control. So, again, hats off to Coach Cole and Cleveland, and they played a heck of a game tonight.
And you guys in the second quarter, I thought, kind of stabilized a little bit. And in the third quarter, unfortunately, you got some stops on them for about the first 3 minutes. I don't think they scored, but unfortunately for you guys, you couldn't get points. And we were talking a little bit pregame. You said that was the big thing. If you get stops, you have to cash in on them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I thought the same thing. We came out with our defensive intensity in the third quarter, which is pretty typical of my guys all season long. But, yeah, you're right. We just couldn't get capitalization on the other end. We'd get a stop, but we'd miss a shot or, things like that. So, it's tough. If you can't capitalize whenever they're missing shots, then it's going to make for a long night. So, I'm very proud of the effort that the boys gave tonight. Just wasn't in the cards. Of course, losing one of our better players with Aaron Herrera last night. That's always tough. I think that kind of deflated the boys a little bit too. But we were a next man up mentality, and unfortunately we just couldn't weather their shooting performance from tonight. It just kind of fell short on that end on the defensive side, especially tonight. But like you said, we just couldn't get buckets on the other end, and just kind of dug ourselves into a bigger hole with that.
When you talk about guys stepping up and not having Aaron definitely hurt, but Andrew came in and played some good minutes for you. Jacob shot the ball well in the third quarter. Julian had second quarter. Julian also had a big second quarter. You did a lot of the guys did step in, but you guys.
It's just going to help the kids get used to the atmosphere, the pressure, the anxiety, of when you get to this type of the season where it's one and done, or win or go home, I should say. It adds a little bit more pressure because, if you lose, it's over, and I have a great group of young guys that will hopefully be coming back next year, and had a great group of seniors this year. For my first year as a head coach, I can't ask for a better group. These kids have really given everything they have, and it's a great group of kids. So my first year, I couldn't ask for a better ending or a better season. Of course, everybody wants to win. At the end of the day, there's 16 teams in the field, and only one gets to go home with the blue trophy. So, but to be part of the 16 is a good accomplishment for our kids, and hopefully it's a learning experience, and it just, feeds that hunger that they want to get back and get more.
Coach, as always, appreciate the time. Great season for you guys, and look forward to next season. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Charles.
I appreciate it. That's Alamogordo Tigers head coach James Bowman. A good first year for the Tigers. They make the state playoffs, and unfortunately run into a very good basketball team here against the Storm. We're going to give you all the stats and much more to wrap up our broadcast tonight. The Alamogordo Tigers fall in the first round of the Class 5A state tournament to the Cleveland Storm. We'll be back here on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show after this.
Looking for a lucky 4-leaf clover? Check out OFCU's Visa Platinum credit card that offers a low intro rate on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Plus, tap to pay convenience and buy now, pay later installment options. Now that's a pot of gold worth finding. Apply online today. Visit www.oterofcu.org. 13.96% to 18% APR after 12 billing cycles based on credit worthiness. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Installment payments available after intro rate expires. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is AJ from First National Bank. Tax scammers are active. The IRS and First National will never call or text for your personal information. Don't click refund links. Use strong passwords and report any suspicious account activity to your bank.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers all on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 86-51. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Thanks again to Coach Bowman for coming up and chatting with us, and as he did through most of the back half of the season, taking some time and a lot of times having to climb a lot of stadium steps to come and chat with me. So 12 points for Julian Favela. He led the way. Jacob Ochoa had 11, 9 for Jaden Hernandez, 8 for Andrew Herrera, 6 points for Ethan Grinder, 4 points for Jonathan Flores-Wheeler, and 1 point for Matthew Granados. On the other side, for Cleveland, 27 points for Cannon Cole, 23 for Remy Albrecht, 16 points for Bryson Bowie, 7 points for Jagger Medueno, 3 for A.J. Vigil, 2 for Jace Bracken and Carson Weddle and Gage Albrecht, 5 points for Evan Vigil, and 2 points for Jordan Rivera. And what did we say? They had 11 threes in the first half. I think they added on another 5, so 16 three-pointers. That's tough. And anybody going to hit 16 threes against you. Tigers had 5 three-pointers in the game. So, the coach talked about a lot of it. Turnovers in the first half hurt him. And then at some point, Cleveland just did what they do well, which is shoot the basketball well. So, this is one of those games that if Alamo had played their best tonight, they may not have even come out of here with the win. So, it just shows the quality of the group that we saw tonight. But, for the Tigers, they've got a lot of guys coming back next year, a lot of experience, and, building on that in the summer, heading into next year, they should be very good again next season. They'll definitely have to fill in some spots. They'll miss, guys like Matthew Granados and Ethan Grinder, some of the other seniors who played minutes for the Tigers, and James Sharp and Nate Best and Diego Ortega, stuck with the team all season long and played hard all year long for Alamo. And, as long as everybody's back next year, obviously you never know from one year to the next. People move, other various things. So if they get back, their sophomore and junior classes next year, they return pretty much most of their starting 5 from throughout the season. So definitely a group that hopefully gained some experience from this and can build on it going into next year. Okay, don't have any other finals for you guys. Tularosa just got started against West Las Vegas about 20 minutes ago, and Mescalero Apache got started about the same time at 6 o'clock against Pecos. So we had a very quick game, it seemed like. I don't know. That's going to do it for our final Tiger boys basketball broadcast of the season. Thanks so much for tuning in all season. We'll be on the air Tuesday with Alamogordo Lady Tigers softball as they open up their season against Silver at 5 p.m. And then we'll have district for softball and baseball through the pretty much the whole month of April. And, of course, if either team makes it to the state tournament, we'll obviously be covering that as well. So thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks to all of our sponsors, Otero Federal Credit Union, our pre-halftime and post-game sponsor, our scoreboard sponsor, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, and also shout-outs to the Winter Circle, First National Bank, and Ochoa Stucco. And, again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 86-51. Cleveland defeats Alamogordo as the number 2 seed advances in the Class 5A state tournament. And thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. We're going to send you to more basketball. I believe it's Michigan State and Michigan. I know it's Michigan State, I think, tonight. But that broadcast is for you as we off the. Have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for tuning in to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 41. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 27. For Sunday, mostly sunny skies, mostly clear tomorrow night. In Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 71, low of 44. Cloudcroft tomorrow, high 55 and a low of 32 degrees.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time.